How's it going, everyone? This is Abe's Card Collection back with another Through the Mail Tuesday video. This week, we got 8 returns. Pretty solid week. Try to send out 1 to 2 requests a day with hopes of, 50 to 70%, somewhere like there. Try to send to some that you really don't think you're ever going to get back just because it's fun when you do get them back. But without further ado, we'll head down to West Palm Beach, Florida. And there's a hard card in here. Hopefully a good sign. And we got Hall of Famer Joe Schmidt on the 1963 Topps card in thin black Sharpie. Check that out. Also have a 1960 Topps card too. Those turned out fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Joe Schmidt. He, of course, played in the NFL in the 1950s and 1960s. I think it was 1953 to 1965. Went to the University of Pittsburgh. He won 2 NFL championships, once in 1953, once in 1957. He was an 8-time first-team All-Pro and a 10-time Pro Bowler. Part of the 1950s NFL All-Decade team. Phenomenal career. Thank you, Mr. Joe Schmidt. 2 of 2 on this one. And these came back really quick, guys. 14 days. I think we got to go with the 63 Topps. I love the colors on it. The red and the green. Next we have the back of an envelope, the front of an envelope. Santa Barbara, California. So I dropped my scissors. Got a hard card and a note. And it's a good note. Brett Saberhagen. Check that out. This is his his foundation, Saves Wings. Great foundation. Check it out, guys. Check that out. A 1986 Topps Brett Saberhagen and a 1985 Topps rookie Brett Saberhagen. Those look great. And thin blue Sharpie. Now, as that slip says, he does take donations. It is $10 per signature. But he has a quick return. These came back in just 21 days. And his foundation is fantastic. It is for cancer, so definitely worth sending $20 and 2 cards off to Brett Saberhagen. But he, of course, was a World Series champion in 1985, a 3-time All-Star, won the AL Cy Young Award, twice in 1985 and 1989. He was also the World Series MVP in 1985. So fantastic career. To add to that, he threw a no-hitter in 1991. So, Brett Saberhagen, fantastic pitcher, signs for a fantastic cause. Great return. Thank you, Mr. Brett Saberhagen. We're going to move over to Metroplex, Michigan. Another hard card. Oh, this has been out a while. Not a while, but this has been out a couple months at least. How about Lim Barney? Hall of Famer. 7-time Pro Bowler. NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1967. He had 56 interceptions in his career for over 1,000 return yards and 10 touchdowns. Pretty impressive. He does have a fee. I'm double checking. I am pretty sure it's $15. It is $15. And this came back in 55 days. Thank you, Mr. Lim Barney. I've never sent to him before. Blue ink turned out great on this 1973 Topps card. Happy to add it to the collection. I have to send to him again in the future. I don't see too many returns from him on sports card forums or sportscollectors.net. So this was kind of a shot in the dark. And really happy it came back. So again, thank you, Mr. Lim Barney. Fantastic cornerback. Got some Detroit going on, some Detroit Lions going on. How about Seattle, Washington next? This one's pretty thick. There's no hard card, but at least a couple cards in here. Let's see who we got. Mark Bruner. Did we get a signature? Another back of a card. Let's see here. Check that out. Former first-round pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Out of University of Washington. Played with the Steelers from 1995 to 2003. This card is kind of weird, President's Reserve. But thought it'd be cool to get signed. Got a rookie card here, Collector's Choice. Shout out to Haas. And I thought this card was really cool. Pacific Collection. kind of hard to sign. It's a golden football. You can see the ink kind of stuck to it. It's stuck better on here on like his actual uniform. This is a little glossier than the other part. So that was fun to try. This one was probably the best to send out, the Fleer Tradition. But really cool. Oh wait, there's a fifth one that we overlooked behind the rookie card. Just noticed. There we go. Leaf Rookies and Stars. Really cool. 5 for 5. I don't usually send 5 out. I gotta check my spreadsheet if I actually sent 5. These came back in just 15 days, and it looks like I sent 5 cards to him. I think I saw that he was signing quite a bit. And I have a bunch of Mark Bruner cards as a Steelers fan. So, really cool. Thank you, Mr. Mark Bruner. Fun facts about him. He scored 18 touchdowns in the NFL. So over 1,000 receiving yards and 152 receptions. We're going to go to Nova next, and there's a hard card. And, ooh, this one's really cool. Topps Finest. Brian Mitchell. Really nice. I love this card. It was a pain to peel off the protective sleeve on it, but man, that looks great. He, of course, is the all-time leader in kickoff and punt return career yardage. He had over 19,000 return yards, over 14,000 kickoff return yards, and 4,999 punt return yards. Absolutely amazing. He spent his whole career in the NFC East with Washington, Philadelphia, New York. He won a Super Bowl. He went to a Pro Bowl. He was a 2-time second-team All-Pro. He's part of the 80 greatest and the 70 greatest Washington Redskins teams and is in their Ring of Fame. This came back in just 12 days. Really like how this card turned out. It looks fantastic. You got the finest. I mean, it's just awesome. I love these 1990s finest cards. Thank you, Mr. Brian Mitchell. 3 to go. Denver, Colorado. Another hard card in this one. And we have Goose Gossage. How about that on the 1989 Topps? I always get 89 and 88 confused. Did I do it again? Yes, I did. 88 Topps. Excuse me for that one. This one came back really quick, but if you don't know Goose Gossage, Hall of Famer in 2008. He played many years for many teams, but I think most prominently people remember him for the New York Yankees, and then throughout the 80s played for the Padres. I want to say he pitched briefly for the Marlins even, but he started his career off with the Chicago White Sox. Throw me for a loop here with the Goose Gossage. I actually was not expecting this one back because I did just send it out. Maybe I'm confusing. It looks like it came back in just 2 weeks, 17 days. I did send $10 to get this signed. I have a plan to kind of get as many of his cards signed, send to him maybe once every 4 months. $10 for a Hall of Famer, totally worth it. Really like the story about him and Sparky Lyle about how the Yankees acquired Goose Gossage, and Sparky Lyle was not having it, so younger guy coming in throwing really hard. And so I think that kind of hurt their relationship there with Sparky Lyle and Goose Gossage and the Yankees. But thank you, Mr. Gossage. $10, well spent. Let's go to Nashville, Tennessee. See what we have next. No hard card, but some signed cards. Neil O'Donnell. Got him here on this 96 Pinnacle. Got him there on the wild card. And we got him here on this is a Roger Staubach card, actually. Of course, played for the Steelers and the Jets, as you see here, among other teams. He played for the Bengals and the Titans. He made the Pro Bowl in 1992. He threw for over 21,000 passing yards and 120 touchdowns. He went to the University of Maryland and led the AFC in completion percentage in 1998. These ones, I got these in a really big monster box. It was kind of just a random grab bag, and there were a bunch of Neil O'Donnells in there. But these came back in just 21 days. Pretty cool. I like this Jets card where he's scrunching up the football. But as a Steelers fan, I had to pick up a couple of Steelers cards too. Thank you, Mr. Neil O'Donnell. we're going to finish it off in the Capital District. This one's also very thin. No hard card to speak of. Can I get this open? Who's in it? Nice. Any guesses? Any guesses at all? He was a part of the World Series Nationals, the 2019 World Series Nationals Championship team. All right. Mr. Tim Bogert. How cool is that? He was the bench coach for the Nationals. Still is. So these came back really 58 days. Not too bad for a guy that's, currently actively during the season. But, of course, he was, as I said, the bench coach for the Nationals during their World Series Championship in 2019. And that is why I'm featuring this card. I actually have a bunch of these cards, and I sent them out to their GM, broadcasters. And this is the first one I've gotten back signed, so kind of happy. I think some of them were getting them, and I know I sent one to Davey Martinez, and he kept it, so must like this card, obviously. But Mr. Tim Bogert, he did play in the major leagues for the Mets, the Astros, and the Dodgers from 93 to 2001. He hit 228, 24 home runs. He was actually a manager for the Rangers for, looks like, 22 games. He went 14-8, not too bad in 2014. So, and he's been with the Nationals since 2008. He's been coaching really since 2008 in the majors, so he's been coaching in the majors for quite a long time, over 13 seasons. But really happy to get this pack and add with my Nationals World Series Champions collection. So this will go in the display case next to the other returns I've gotten. Thank you, Mr. Tim Bogert. Really like that. So it's really cool. But pretty solid week, guys. We got 1, 2, 3 Hall of Famers. We got some great football playmakers. We got Brett Saberhagen, and then we got an addition to the Nationals collection. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all are having a great week and have a great rest of your week, and I hope your mailboxes are full. Thanks for watching. Bye.